Sarah woke up early every day for 2 years. She went to the gym before work. She was very careful about what she ate. She counted all her food and used a scale. She followed the advice doctors often give: eat less, move more. This idea seemed very simple. If you burn more energy than you eat, you will lose weight. At first, this worked for Sarah. She lost a lot of weight in 6 months. She felt good and strong. But then she stopped losing weight. Even though she did the same things, her weight came back. In less than 2 years, she gained all the weight back and more. Sarah felt like she had failed. She thought she did not have enough willpower, or that something was wrong with her. Many people have a story like Sarah's. It is very common. Studies show that most people gain back the weight they lose. This is not because people are weak or lazy. It shows that the common advice about weight loss is wrong. For a long time, the main idea about weight loss has been simple. It is called calories in, calories out. This idea says that gaining or losing weight is just about energy balance. If you eat too much, you gain weight. If you eat too little, you lose weight. It says that all calories are the same, and your body is like a simple machine. This advice has been given by doctors and governments for decades. They tell people to count calories and move more. But while people followed this advice, more and more people became overweight. This did not happen in the past. If the simple calorie idea was correct, this should not have happened. It seems that the more we focused on counting calories, the heavier people became. This is a big puzzle. Why do so many people, like Sarah, try so hard and still fail in the end? Why does the body seem to fight against losing weight? This book will look for the real answers. We believe that the problem is not a lack of willpower. It is not about being lazy. Instead, we have been asking the wrong questions. Our bodies are not simple machines. They are very complex systems. They are controlled by many things, like important chemicals called hormones. Understanding why we really gain weight means we must look beyond simple calorie math. We need to look at how our bodies work, how they store fat, and how they control hunger. This book will uncover the real reasons why we gain weight. 2. The old idea of calories. For many years, the main idea about weight management was very simple: calories in, calories out. People believed that if you ate more energy, calories, than your body used, you would gain weight. If you ate less, you would lose weight. This model treated the human body like a simple furnace or a calculator. It said that a calorie from sugar was the same as a calorie from vegetables. The answer to losing weight seemed easy. Just eat less and move more. This easy idea became the main advice from doctors and governments. It was in national diet rules, books about losing weight, and in doctors' offices. For example, the U.S. dietary guidelines, first made in 1980, officially made this calorie-counting approach a key policy. Huge amounts of money were spent on public health campaigns. These campaigns told people to count calories, eat smaller portions, and exercise a lot. This way of thinking put the blame on individuals. If someone was overweight, it was seen as their fault for not having enough control. However, during these same years, obesity rates did not go down. They grew very fast. In 1990, only a small part of the world's population had obesity. By 2022, these numbers had become much higher, even tripling for men and almost doubling for women. In the United States, over 40% of adults now have obesity. Childhood obesity, which was almost unheard of before 1980, is now common. Today, close to 1 billion people around the world live with obesity. This shows an increase of more than 100% in just 30 years. If the calories in, calories out model was truly correct, this should not have happened. With all the information about calories on food labels and years of advice, people should have become thinner. But the opposite happened. They became heavier. This big difference is very confusing. The more we have believed in calorie counting, the fatter people have become. This suggests that a calorie is not just a calorie. The human body is much more complex than a simple machine. It has many advanced systems that control fat storage, hunger, and how it uses energy, which cannot be explained by simple math alone. 3. The body's boss, hormones. Our bodies are much smarter than simple machines. They are complex systems, not just a furnace for calories. What really controls our weight are tiny chemical messengers called hormones. You can think of hormones as the leaders of an orchestra. Calories are the notes, but hormones tell the notes what to do, how loud, how fast, and which parts of your body get the energy. One very important hormone is insulin. It is like the main boss for storing energy in your body. Your body makes insulin when your blood sugar goes up. This happens every time you eat, but especially when you eat carbohydrates like bread or sugar. Insulin's job is to move sugar from your blood into your cells. Your cells can then use this sugar for energy or save it for later. But insulin has another big job. It tells your body to store fat. When you have a lot of insulin in your blood, your body puts fat into your fat cells. When insulin levels go down, your body lets fat out of these cells to be used for energy. This is a basic truth of how our bodies work. If you eat many foods that quickly raise your blood sugar, like sugary drinks or refined starches, your insulin levels stay high. Over time, your cells might stop listening to insulin so well. This means your body needs even more insulin to do the same job. This can lead to a cycle where high insulin keeps telling your body to store more fat. When insulin moves energy into fat cells for storage, there is less energy in your blood for other parts of your body. Your muscles, organs, and brain might not get enough fuel. Even though you are storing more fat, your body feels like it needs more energy. So it sends signals that make you feel hungry. It also slows down how many calories you burn when you are resting. This means you feel hungry and use less energy, all while your body keeps storing fat. This is not about being weak. It is how your body works. 4. Feeling full or feeling hungry. In Chapter 3, we learned how insulin tells our body to store fat. But other important hormones also control when we feel full and when we feel hungry. These hormones work together to manage our appetite and energy. One key hormone is leptin. Our fat cells make leptin. It travels to our brain and tells us, "You have enough energy. Stop eating." Think of it like a signal that says you are full. When our fat stores go down, leptin levels drop, which makes us feel hungry and slows down our body's energy use. This helps us keep our weight stable. However, in people with obesity, this system often does not work well. They have high levels of leptin, but their brain stops listening to the signal. This is called leptin resistance. Even though they have a lot of stored energy, their brain thinks the body is starving. This makes them feel hungrier, less full after eating, and can make their metabolism slower. It works against losing weight. Another hormone, called ghrelin, is known as the hunger hormone. It is made mostly in our stomach. Ghrelin levels go up before we eat, telling our brain it's time to find food. After we eat, ghrelin levels go down. Ghrelin also tells our body to store fat. When people try to lose weight by eating very little, ghrelin levels rise a lot. This makes them feel very hungry, even after a meal, because their body is trying hard to get back the lost energy. Finally, there is cortisol, our body's main stress hormone. Our body releases cortisol when we are stressed or do not get enough sleep. High cortisol levels can make us crave foods with lots of sugar and fat. It also tells our body to store fat, especially around our belly. When we have high cortisol, along with high insulin and leptin resistance, it creates a difficult situation for our body, making it hard to manage weight. This combination can cause weight gain and make it very difficult to keep weight off. 5. Food made to make you eat. Modern food is very different from food of the past. Today, many foods are made in ways that make us want to eat more and more. These are called hyperpalatable foods. Food companies work hard to create these products. They mix fat, sugar, salt, and refined carbohydrates in special ways. These foods are designed to be very tasty and almost addictive. Scientists who work for food companies look for something called the bliss point. This is the perfect amount of sugar, salt, and fat that makes food taste the best and makes people want to eat a lot of it. It makes us want to keep eating, even when we are not truly hungry. Many of these foods are also called ultra-processed foods. They are not natural foods. Instead, they are made with many steps and ingredients in factories. Things like chips, sugary drinks, and some frozen meals are examples. In countries like the United States, more than half of what people eat every day is ultra-processed food. When we eat these foods, they affect our brains. They make the same parts of our brain light up as some drugs do. This means they are very rewarding to eat. Because of this, it can be hard to stop eating them. Our body's natural signals that tell us we are full can be ignored. Studies have shown that people who eat many ultra-processed foods eat about 500 more calories a day than people who eat simple, natural foods. They do this without even trying to eat more. They just feel less full and keep eating. This is why people can gain weight when they eat a lot of these foods. Children are especially at risk because these eating habits start very early. The food around us is made to make us eat more than our bodies need. 6. The Big Sugar Secret. The story of sugar is not simple. For a long time, many people did not know how bad sugar could be for health. In the 1950s and 1960s, scientists were studying what caused heart disease. Some thought fat was the main problem. Others believed sugar was more dangerous. But the sugar industry did not want sugar to be seen as unhealthy. In 1965, a group representing sugar companies paid scientists at Harvard. The goal was to write a report that would make fat look like the bigger problem for heart disease. This report came out in a well-known medical journal. It said that eating less fat was the best way to stop heart disease. The sugar industry's role in paying for this report was kept secret. For many years, the sugar industry worked to hide the truth. They tried to change what scientists studied and what public health groups told people. They knew that if people ate less fat, they might eat more sugar. And this is exactly what happened. By the late 1970s, the United States government started telling people to eat less fat. Food companies quickly removed fat from many products. But to make these foods still taste good, they added more sugar and refined carbohydrates. This meant many low-fat foods actually had more calories and were worse for health than the original full-fat versions. While people tried to eat healthy with low-fat foods, obesity rates started to rise sharply in the 1980s. This was the time when these new sugary, low-fat foods became very common. Beyond this hidden history, food companies use powerful marketing to sell products, especially those high in sugar, fat, and salt. They spend a lot of money each year to advertise to children and teenagers. Most of these ads are for unhealthy foods. Children often see many food ads every day, and most are for junk food. Some groups are targeted more than others. For example, Black and Hispanic children see more ads for unhealthy foods. This makes it harder for them to make healthy choices. These marketing methods are very strong. They make children want these unhealthy products and ask their parents for them. Because of this, kids eat more foods that are high in calories and low in good nutrients. This marketing makes the problem of obesity even worse, especially for young people and families who already face many challenges. 7. It's not just food. Weight gain is not always just about the food we eat. Many other things in our lives can make it harder for our bodies to stay at a healthy weight. First, our genes play a part. Some people's bodies are naturally more likely to gain weight than others. For example, a gene called FTO makes some people weigh more. This gene can make a person feel hungrier and want to eat more, especially foods with fat and protein. Having these genes does not mean someone will become overweight for sure, but it does mean their body might work harder to keep a higher weight. So, some people start with a different natural body setting. Second, how much we sleep is very important. When we do not sleep enough, our body's hormones get mixed up. The hormone that tells us we are full, leptin, goes down. The hormone that makes us feel hungry, ghrelin, goes up. This makes us feel much hungrier and eat more, often craving sugary and fatty foods. Not enough sleep also makes our bodies less good at using insulin. This can lead to higher blood sugar and more fat being stored, especially around the stomach. Long-term poor sleep makes us store more fat and can lead to serious health problems. Third, stress affects our weight a lot. Many people today have a lot of stress from work, money, or feeling lonely. When we are stressed for a long time, our body releases more cortisol. This stress hormone makes us hungrier and causes us to store more fat, especially around our belly. Stress also makes us want comfort foods, which are usually high in calories and sugar. Eating can become a way to feel better when we are stressed, creating a difficult cycle. Lastly, where we live and how much money we have can also impact our weight. Many poor areas are called food deserts. This means fresh, healthy food is hard to find or too expensive. Instead, these areas have many fast food places and cheap processed foods. Families with less money often do not have time or safe places to exercise. They might work many jobs, leaving no energy for movement. All the stress of poverty also adds to weight gain. This shows that having a healthy weight is not just about personal choices. It is about the world around us. These things together make a big difference. They show that weight gain is a complex issue, not simply a lack of effort. 8. A new way to think. This story has shown that getting too heavy is not a personal failure. It is often a normal reaction to an environment that makes us sick. For a long time, we thought being overweight was about not trying hard enough. But now we understand it is about our bodies reacting to the world around us. We must change how we think about this big health problem. Instead of only counting calories, we should focus on the quality of our food. Eating whole, natural foods helps our hormones work better. This makes us feel full and keeps our bodies in balance, no matter the exact calorie count. Eating too many processed foods full of sugar, salt, and unhealthy fats can make our bodies store more fat. This happens even if we try to eat less. Our metabolism is not just a simple machine. But changing our own food choices is not enough for everyone. Big changes are needed from governments and food companies. Rules can help stop the endless advertising of unhealthy foods, especially to children. Policies can make healthy food easier to find and cheaper in all neighborhoods, not just rich ones. Some countries, like Chile and Mexico, have already started to make these changes, For example, by adding warning labels or taxing sugary drinks. They are showing new ways to help people be healthy. It is time to stop blaming ourselves. Being overweight is a complex biological condition, not a sign of a weak will or moral failure. Understanding this can bring hope and help us move forward. We can go from feeling guilty to finding real solutions. This means working together to create a world where healthy choices are easy for everyone. Our bodies are not broken. The world around us needs fixing to support our health. What is one small change you think would make a big difference in helping people live healthier lives?
Hey there! Just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like, write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really, really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you.